Hi everyone, today's video is going to be a little bit different for me, but I think it's something that'll be fun, and I would really hope that we're going to talk about it in the comments so people can give each other ideas and stuff. So this is going to be my top 10 favorite shows on Netflix. Now some of them you're going to be like, really girl? Really? That's on your list? Cool, thank you. Everyone in the world knows about that show. But it's true. I don't watch a lot of really like serious or hardcore stuff. I read a lot of schools of science, and I do a lot of things within the scientific field, and so a lot of mentally taxing things. So when I want to watch something, I pretty much just want to watch something that makes me not think at all. Makes sense? Yes. Okay. So the first one is one that I don't know if many people know about, but it's called Royal Pains, and I think it's pretty good. We haven't finished it. John and I are watching that together, but it's about a doctor who is like he makes house calls in the Hamptons, so it's a lot of really bougie people. I like a lot of bouginess in the shows I watch, I will admit that. I like really rich people. I'm not really rich, but I find it very intriguing. Some other some of the other shows have that, and some of my honorable mentions, it's not on the list, but like Gossip Girl. And Gossip Girl is probably for me one of those shows that I watched when it came out, when I was still in high school, so that's probably why I love it so much. But they're really rich too. But Royal Pains is really excellent. It's a smart show, and I appreciate it. Second is Parks and Rec. I know a lot of people love Parks and Rec. It's awesome, y'all. So funny. John and I watched The Office, and then we watched Parks and Rec. I think Parks and Rec is tiers above The Office. Personally, I know that people don't agree. That's cool. It's chill. But if you are looking for something to just make you laugh, Parks and Rec is great. And fun fact, maybe most people know this, so there's a girl named Tammy who is Karen from Will and Grace. Her name is Tammy in the show, and she's really funny, but she's actually married to the guy that plays Ron Swanson, which we didn't know until after we watched the show, and I find that quite interesting. And Ron Swanson, who, oh shoot, I just forgot his name, his actual real name. He has a real name, the actor. He has a comedy on Netflix as well, and that's quite good. Next, Gilmore Girls, and the newer, what is it, A Day in the Life, or the seasons, the different season ones, the new Netflix original. It's so good, y'all. Again, that's a show that I grew up watching with my family, so whenever I watch it, and I have rewatched it multiple times, I just think of my mom and sister, and we used to have those, those fake plastic microphones that just echo, you can get at party stores. We each had one, the three of us, my mom, sister, and me, and we'd sing, if you're out, the theme song, that's what it's called. We'd sing it together, and none of us can sing. It was horrible, but it was so much fun, and I just love it. And when they came out with the show on Netflix, we had we rented a hotel in Atlanta, the three of us, and we watched the four episodes back to back. We ordered pizza. We had a bunch of junk food and soda and stuff. It was amazing. So it had it's great. It's an excellent show. It'll make you cry real tears for sure, and it'll be hilarious. But for me, it also has some emotional value because of my family. Next is Friends. Friends is awesome. It's funny because I'm 25. And I teach college kids, or I TA. The goal is to be a professor at the end of my PhD program that I'm in now. But anyway, so I find that even at this point, some of my references kind of go over their head. I reference shows that people are I don't know what that is. So I always ask them, or I like to get them to fill out a little note card, and it has their favorite animal, their name, why they're taking this class, so I can make things relevant to them, or if I can draw on an example that happens to include somebody's favorite animal, I try to do that. But I also ask them their favorite TV show so I can stay in the loop. And a lot of people still have Friends, even though it came out in the 90s. It's amazing. It just is. It's very good. Though the ending, poor Joey. Just poor Joey. That makes me sad, but that's okay. It's really great. I think it spans a lot of age gaps as well, so I recommend you watch that if you haven't. Then next is the one that I don't remember when it came out. I vaguely remember it being out on the CW or WB, and then it came CW. And that is Revenge. And it is so good. Crazy good. If you liked, what was that movie, Gone Girl? Is that the movie where the girl gets kidnapped? Do you know what I'm talking about? It came out like 5 or 6 years ago. If you like that, Revenge kind of reminds me of that. It's really excellent. It's really well written. It's again a very smart show that kind of like keeps you on your feet. I find it very entertaining. It is like a teeny bopper thing. Like, you know, I'm not saying it's good as like the Sherlock Holmes books or anything that like really keep you going, but it's really, really good. And I think it's entertaining. And like I said, I don't necessarily try to watch things that are super mentally taxing, because I do a lot of mentally taxing things in all other aspects of my life. But Revenge is great. Recently, I just got into Vampire Diaries, and I'm slightly embarrassed to admit that. I can admit that when I was in high school, I liked Twilight a lot. We did the midnight showings of the movies. We would go as like a group of friends, and we all had like different shirts on that we made, and we would watch all the movies at midnight. It was so much fun. I went to the book premiere of Breaking Dawn, the last one, like the midnight book premiere at Barnes & Noble, just like a vampire. I was one of those people, and I can accept that. That was a time in my life, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. Yeah, I loved it. I don't know that I've seen all the movies, because I kind of got out of it, you know, obviously, as one does. So I don't know that I've seen all the movies, question mark. I don't know, but it's, it was a thing that I loved. So now Vampire Diaries is a thing, and I've been watching it. I watch it in the mornings when I put on my makeup before I go to school. It's really entertaining. It's, I took a break, like around season 5. I was just like, it's getting a little monotonous, like the same thing over and over, like unnecessary drama. So I took a little break from it for, you know, a couple of weeks, got back into it. Sometimes you have to do that. So I'm not saying it's like the best show ever, but it's entertaining. And the spinoff, The Originals, is really good. I'm watching that currently. Again, it's not like the most necessarily like cinematically taxing movie, or show, but I think it's good, and I think it's entertaining, and I like it. Another thing that I've never heard anybody talk about, Zumbo's Just Desserts. If you like to watch baking shows, Zumbo's is like on a different level. It's based in Australia, I believe that's true. And like the things he has these people create are insane. There's only one season, which kind of breaks my heart because it's so good. Like my next one, because they're kind of the same as the Great British Bake Off. Great British Bake Off is excellent. I've made bread because I watched the Great British Bake Off. Like, it's awesome. It is so good. It's a classic. And Zumbo's is like, it's really good as well. It doesn't have as much good characters, or not characters, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's all like normal people, not chefs, and they are like, oh cool, let me like make this like 3-dimensional like 8-foot tall cake that has like a running waterfall in it. It's insane. I think it's awesome, and I think you should watch Zumbo's Just Desserts. But if you want something a little more calm, the Great British Bake Off, they just got a new host. Mary, I don't believe, is a hostess anymore. But the dude, whose name I cannot remember at this moment, I can see his face, cannot remember his name, he's still there. It's really good. It's just a fun show to watch. I haven't watched the newest season. I will though. But if you like baking and cooking, it's just kind of relaxing, makes you a little bit hungry, makes me like feel like I'm kind of a terrible girlfriend because I don't cook for John enough. Though I do love to cook. I love cooking and baking. So Great British Bake Off, it's awesome. Another one that I think most people have heard about is New Girl. It is hilarious. It's got Zooey Deschanel and some other people whose names I don't necessarily know, but it's really good. It's really funny. The storyline, like on again, off again, it's a little okay. But this, like, it's hilarious. And it's one of those shows that you don't have to like necessarily watch consecutively. You can just like watch an episode, kind of like Friends. You can watch an episode. Yeah, there's like the overlying story arc, but if you just watch one episode at a time, you're gonna get some laughs out of it. I always laugh. They play that show, Drunk Americans, Crazy Americans, something like that. I can't remember, but I want to play it so badly because it looks like so much fun. But yeah, I love that show, and I think it's great. And last but not least, I have Daredevil. So Netflix has like 4 original series that all kind of combine into the movie. They have Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and the Iron Fist. I've seen most of Daredevil, and it's excellent. It's, to me, the best one. Luke Cage is really good as well. That's my second favorite. Jessica Jones was, to me, not great. It was unnecessarily dark, not my favorite. And then I haven't seen any of Iron Fist, and I haven't seen the movie of all of them. But of those 4, if you like superhero things, I really, really like Daredevil. I also like The Flash and Green Arrow. Yeah, Green Arrow. Green Arrow's, I don't know, those 2, and Supergirl. Those are all from the CW, but they're on, what do you call it? They're on Netflix. But I kind of got annoyed because I would be watching it, and then they'd start doing merger episodes. So I was watching Green Arrow, and then they did a merger episode with The Flash, and I was like, okay, cool. So I have to start watching The Flash, and then Supergirl came in, and then like then the 4th one, the like Saviors of the Future, Heroes of the Future, something like that. That kind of had spent like characters from the other 3 go into that. And I was just like, y'all, I just want to watch, like, I don't know, it got too confusing to me because you kept having, like, I understand you didn't have to watch them, but you kind of did to get the whole storyline, and I like the whole storyline, so I got annoyed by that. But those are good as well. And, oh my gosh, I forgot my favorite, one of my all-time favorite shows. So, we're going to have to knock something off the list. Oh man, what are we knocking off the list? Or can I just have an 11th? I'm gonna have an 11th because it's so good. Once Upon a Time. Excellent show. Super smart, very well written, cool. Like if you're a Disney kid, like I'm a Disney kid. But it was like, it gives you like kind of dark and gritty backstories. Like think like Tim Burton-esque, like kind of how I'm envisioning Dumbo's gonna be. Dumbo, the live action by Tim Burton's coming out in March, I believe that's true. But where it's like, oh, cute, but kind of dark. That's kind of how Once Upon a Time is, and it is so good. It just finished its last season, I believe, but they're all on Netflix. And if you want an excellent show that, like, again, kind of takes you through all the emotions, it's amazing. That's one of my favorite shows. So there you go. Those are my favorite shows on Netflix. If I didn't mention something that you love, let me know down below, because I'm always looking for good Netflix things. I feel like everyone is, so maybe we can get like a conversation of like, hey girl, watch this. Nah girl, I didn't like that. Oh, I will say, because I have watched it, I hate Breaking Bad. Hate it. And Mad Men. Didn't like that show either. Breaking Bad was a little, I'm not into the drug stuff. It actually like makes me uncomfortable. Not like, oh, that's kind of interesting. Like, no, I was just like, I didn't like that at all. And Mad Men, like, he just keeps cheating on his people, like, over and over again. I'm just like, dude, like, just stay with your lady. Like, I didn't like that either. So yeah, I didn't love those 2 shows, but I have watched them. So yeah, but if you love them, that's cool. We can talk about it. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a little different for me. We're not talking about makeup. I'm wearing makeup. We're not talking about it, but I still hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have any questions, requests, suggestions, comments, go ahead and leave those down below, and I'll see you all real soon. Bye.